I'm standing behind the reception desk at a boutique hotel in Prague when this American businessman walks up to me. It's about 9 p.m. on a Wednesday. He's holding his phone like it's a weapon. "I need you to call the police," he says. Dead serious. I look around. Everything's quiet. The lobby's empty except for an elderly couple reading newspapers by the fireplace. "Sir, is there an emergency?" I ask. "Yes. Someone stole my car." Now I'm worried. When did this happen? "Where was it parked?" He points out the window. "Right there." That parking spot. I left it there this morning and now there's a different car in my space. I blink. Try to process this. "Sir, this is Prague. That's a public street. There are no assigned parking spots." "But I parked there first," he says. Getting louder now. "I was there at 7 a.m. That's my spot for the day." The elderly couple is staring now. I'm trying not to laugh. This man genuinely believes that claiming a public parking space in a European capital works like calling dibs on a couch if you've already noticed how tiny cultural assumptions can explode into full-blown confusion. That's exactly what I break down here, story by story, country by country. Subscribe, and you'll never see travel behavior the same way again. That was just Tuesday. On Thursday, I watched an American couple argue with a museum guard in Barcelona because they couldn't bring their Starbucks inside. The guard tried explaining the no food or drink policy. The wife kept saying, "But it's just coffee," like repeating it would change 200 years of museum rules. On Saturday, a guy from Texas got upset at a train conductor in Switzerland because the train left exactly on time. He was 90 seconds late. The conductor just shrugged. The American wanted to speak to a manager about Swiss trains, running on schedule, but that was just the beginning. These stories come from everywhere. Different cities, different situations, same confusion. And the wild part? Most of these Americans aren't rude people. They're just living in a different reality, where rules bend, where customer service means the customer makes the rules, where being friendly should get you exceptions. That reality crashes hard when it meets foreign authority. The pharmacy thing happens at least twice a week. I work at an apotheke in Stockholm, and Americans always think we're being difficult. This woman comes in on a rainy afternoon last month. She's maybe 35, wearing a Michigan State hoodie, sniffling, eyes watery. Clearly has a bad cold. "I need some Sudafed," she says. The real stuff, not the fake PE version, I nod. "Do you have a prescription?" "A prescription?" She laughs, like I made a joke. "For cold medicine?" "Yes. Pseudoephedrine requires a prescription in Sweden." Her smile drops. "That's insane. It's just cold medicine. I can buy this at any CVS back home." I start explaining our pharmacy laws, how we regulate medications differently. She cuts me off. "Can I just talk to the pharmacist? Like the actual pharmacist?" "I am the pharmacist," I say. She stares at me, then asks if there's another pharmacy nearby that might be more flexible. I tell her they all follow the same laws. She wants to know if I can just make an exception this one time. I can't. That's not how prescriptions work. That's not how laws work. She leaves angry. Writes a Google review later saying Swedish pharmacies have terrible customer service. Because we followed the law, the thing about immigration officers is we don't negotiate. We can't. Our job is the law, printed in a handbook, applied to everyone. I'm working passport control at Auckland Airport. It's a busy Sunday morning. Flights from LA just landed. This American guy approaches my desk, probably early 50s. Casual clothes, 2 big suitcases. Hands me his passport with a huge smile. "How long are you staying in New Zealand?" I ask. "Oh, about 6 months," he says, super relaxed. "Maybe 8. Haven't decided yet." I look at his arrival card. He checked tourism as his purpose. "Sir, tourist visas are valid for 90 days. "Right, but I'll just extend it when I'm here." "Not a big deal. You can't extend a tourist visa to 8 months. You'd need a different visa type." He keeps smiling. "I'm sure we can figure something out," that phrase. Figure something out. like immigration law is a restaurant bill we can adjust. Sir, if you're planning to stay longer than 90 days, you need to apply for the appropriate visa before entering. I can't let you in on a tourist visa if you're telling me you plan to overstay. Now he stops smiling. Are you serious? I bought a ticket. I'm here. You're really going to send me back over a technicality? It's not a technicality. It's the entire visa system. He asks for a supervisor. My supervisor tells him the same thing. He argues for 20 minutes. Mentions that he's friends with someone at the embassy. Doesn't matter. The law doesn't care who you know. Eventually, he agrees to a 90-day stay. Signs a form acknowledging the limit. I see him later at baggage claim, on his phone, still looking furious. I drive taxis in Munich. Been doing it 15 years. American tourists always want to debate traffic laws with me while I'm driving. Last week, I pick up this college-age girl from the Hauptbahnhof. She's studying abroad, moving into an apartment in Schwabing. We're driving through the city center. She sees a speed camera flash someone ahead of us. Oh my God, do they actually enforce that? She asks. Enforce what? Speed cameras. Like, do people actually pay the tickets? Yes, I say. Of course. That's so dystopian, she says. Dead serious. In the US, we believe in freedom. The government shouldn't track everywhere you drive. I try to explain that reducing traffic deaths isn't dystopian. She talks over me. It's just a money grab, she says. They don't care about safety. They just want revenue. We pass another camera. She films it on her phone, says she's going to post about it. People need to know how bad Europe's surveillance state is. I'm just driving, trying to get her to her apartment, but she won't stop. In America, we fight back against this stuff. We have rights. You have rights here too, I say, including the right to not get hit by a speeding car. She goes quiet, then asks if I can help her dispute a parking ticket she got yesterday. She parked in a bike lane for 20 minutes because she couldn't find other parking. The post office situation still makes me tired. I work at a Correios branch in Lisbon. Small office, serves the Alfama neighborhood. We're not fancy. We're just postal workers. This American couple comes in, probably in their 60s, retired, doing a European tour. They have a big box. Want to ship it home to Florida? How much? The husband asks. I weigh the box. Check dimensions. 82 euros. 82? His wife nearly shouts it. That's like $90. Yes, it's a large box going overseas. The lady at our hotel said it would be maybe 30 euros, she says. That would be for a small parcel, I explain. This box is very big. They look at each other. The husband leans on the counter. Listen, we're on a fixed income. Is there any way you can help us out? Maybe a discount? I can't give discounts. These are the official rates. Can you check again? Maybe you measured wrong? I measured correctly. I show them the scale, the dimensions, the rate chart. Everything's right there. This is ridiculous, the wife says. In America, they'd work with you. They'd find a solution. I have a solution, I say. You can ship a smaller box for less money. They don't want that solution. They want the magic solution where physics and international shipping rates change because they're nice people on a budget. They spend 10 minutes asking me to check with a manager. I am the manager. Then they ask if they can talk to someone higher up. Higher up than the post office? Who? The president of Portugal? Eventually, they leave with their box, unshipped. I see them dragging it down the cobblestone street, looking for another post office that might be more reasonable. Working at a cafe in Copenhagen taught me that American tourists have a very different definition of service. It's a slow afternoon, maybe 3 p.m. on a Monday. We get these two American women, probably late 20s, digital nomad types, laptops, phones, the whole setup. They order 2 cappuccinos, sit at our best table by the window, the one everyone wants. 4 hours later, they're still there. Same 2 cappuccinos, empty cups sitting on the table. They've been on a video call for 90 minutes. People keep coming in, looking for seats. We're full, I walk over. Try to be polite. Excuse me, would you like to order anything else? No thanks, we're good, one of them says. Doesn't even look up from her laptop. We're quite busy today. If you're not ordering, we need the table for other customers. Now I have their attention. Are you asking us to leave? I'm asking if you'd like to order something else. You've been here 4 hours on 2 coffees. This is so rude, the other one says. In the US, you can sit in a coffee shop all day. It's normal. This isn't the US. They start packing up their stuff, making a big show of it, sighing loudly. One of them mutters, "So much for Danish hospitality." They leave a 1-star review later. Say we kick them out for working. Leave out the part where they occupied a 4-person table for 4 hours during lunch rush on less than 10 euros. The restaurant thing happens every weekend. I wait tables at a trattoria in Florence. Small place, family-owned, been here 40 years. This American family comes in on a Saturday night. Parents, 2 teenagers. They don't have a reservation. We're fully booked, but there's 1 table for 4. I seat them. Dad looks at the menu. Hey, can we get the carbonara but with chicken instead of guanciale? We don't have chicken, I say. You're a restaurant. You don't have chicken? We're a traditional Italian restaurant. We have specific dishes. Okay, but can you just substitute it? I explain that carbonara is a specific recipe. Guanciale, eggs, pecorino, black pepper. That's the dish. Changing it makes it not carbonara. So you're telling me your chef can't make a simple substitution? I'm telling you we serve carbonara the traditional way. The mom jumps in. What if we just ordered grilled chicken on the side and added it ourselves? We don't serve grilled chicken. Now the teenagers are on their phones. The dad's getting frustrated. This is unbelievable. At Olive Garden, they'll modify anything you want. This isn't Olive Garden. He asks for a manager. My uncle comes out. He's 67, speaks broken English, owns this place with my aunt. The dad explains his chicken carbonara vision. My uncle just says, "No chicken." We have menu. You choose from menu. They order 3 margarita pizzas and 1 plain pasta with butter. Leave a €5 tip on a €60 bill. Leave a TripAdvisor review saying we're inflexible and unfriendly, because we wouldn't turn carbonara into something else. I work housekeeping at a hostel in Buenos Aires. Budget place. $20 a night. Shared bathrooms. You know the deal. This American guy, maybe 22, checks in. Backpacker type. Been traveling for 3 months. Thinks he knows everything. Second day, he comes to the front desk. I'm there covering for someone. The water pressure in the shower is terrible, he says. Yes, it's an old building. We're working on it. Well, I paid for a room. I expect working showers. The showers work. The pressure is just low. In the US, this wouldn't be acceptable. I want to say, in the US, you'd be paying $80 a night. Not 20, but I just nod. Next day, he complains about the Wi-Fi. Day after, the breakfast isn't good enough. Day after that, someone was loud in the hallway at 11 p.m. Each time, he starts with, "I paid for this room." Like $20 means we owe him the Hilton. On his last day, he asks if we can call him a taxi to the airport. At 4 a.m., I explain we don't have phone service at 4 a.m. He can book an Uber. So you're not going to help me get to the airport? I'm helping you. I'm telling you to use Uber. This is the worst customer service I've ever experienced. He leaves a review. 2 stars. Says we don't care about guests, because we couldn't summon a taxi driver at 4 a.m. for a $20 per night hostel customer. The gym membership thing was wild. I work at a fitness center in Rotterdam. Member services desk, American expat comes in. Just moved here for work. Wants to sign up. We have 3-month, 6-month, and annual memberships, I explain. Do you have month-to-month? No, minimum is 3 months. Why? That's our policy. It keeps prices lower. She's not happy. In the US, you can cancel anytime. This feels like a scam. It's not a scam. It's a contract. You sign up for 3 months. What if I want to leave early? You pay for the 3 months. She stares at me like I said something horrible. That should be illegal. It's not illegal. It's in the contract you sign. She asks if there's a trial period. Just to try it out. I explain there isn't. She asks if I can make an exception. I can't. Eventually, she signs up for 3 months. But she's mad about it. Every time she comes in, she tells other members how unfair our policies are. Like we personally designed them to inconvenience her. 2 months in, she asks to cancel early. Moving back to the US. Job didn't work out. You'll still need to pay for month 3, I say. Even though I won't be here? That's the contract, she tries to argue. Says it's unreasonable, that we should understand her situation. I do understand. I also understand contracts. She pays. Leaves a Facebook review warning other Americans about predatory gym contracts in Europe. Because she had to honor an agreement she signed. I give walking tours in Krakow. History tours, Old Town, Jewish Quarter, the Castle. I've been doing this for 8 years. Last summer I have this group of 12 people. Mostly European, 2 Americans. The Americans are a couple, maybe late 40s, from California. We're at the main market square. I'm explaining the cloth hall, the history, the architecture. The guy raises his hand. How far is this from Germany? He asks. Germany? About 5 hours by car to the nearest border. Oh, he looks confused. I thought Poland was in Germany. His wife elbows him. But then she asks, so Poland used to be part of Germany, right? Like before the war? I take a breath. No, Poland was invaded by Germany. That's different from being part of Germany. Right, she says. But like, they were all part of the Soviet Union together. Poland was under Soviet influence during the Cold War. But Poland and Germany were not the same thing. I can see other tour members getting uncomfortable. One woman from Berlin is staring at her shoes. The American guy asks if people in Poland speak German. I say some older people might, but Polish is the national language. Wow, he says. That's so interesting. I always thought everyone in Eastern Europe just spoke Russian or German. I wrap up that part of the tour quickly. Move on to Wawel Castle. Try to forget that conversation. Later, the wife asks me where she can find authentic Polish sausage. She pronounces it Polish, like furniture polish. I tell her we call it kielbasa. She says, that's what I said. It wasn't. The temperature thing happens constantly. I work at a weather forecasting office in Oslo. We have a public-facing phone line for questions. This American calls. He's visiting in February. Wants to know if he should pack warm clothes? Yes, I say. It's winter. It will be cold. How cold? The forecast shows -8 to -12 Celsius most of next week. Long pause. I don't know what that means. About 15 to 20 degrees Fahrenheit. Oh, okay. Yeah, that's cold. Then he asks, is that going to mess with my phone? Your phone? Yeah, do phones work in cold weather? Or will the battery die? I explained that phones work fine in cold weather. People in Norway use phones year-round. Okay, but you have special phones, right? Like cold weather phones? No, just regular phones. He sounds skeptical. Like maybe I'm lying about phone technology to make Norway sound more advanced. Before hanging up, he asks one more question. Do you guys use miles or kilometers? Kilometers? Oh, he says. I'm gonna get so lost. I'm a tram driver in Prague. Been doing it 20 years. You see everything from this seat. American tourist gets on at Wenceslas Square. It's evening rush hour, tram's packed. He's got a huge backpack, taking up space for 3 people. He's standing near the front, right by my cabin. Sees the route map. Excuse me. He taps on my window. Do you speak English? I nod. Can't really talk while driving? Which stop for Old Town Square? I point to the map. Show him which stop. He needs to get off in 2 stops. Can you tell me when we're there? He asks. Announcement system will tell you. Yeah, but it's in Czech. I won't understand. It announces in Czech and English. Can you just tell me? I might miss it. I'm driving a tram. I've got 150 people on board. I can't personally notify him of his stop. Listen for the English announcement, I say again. He seems annoyed. Stays standing right by my window. 2 stops later, the announcement comes. English and Czech. Very clear. He doesn't move. Doesn't get off. Misses his stop. Next stop, he taps on my window again. Hey, I think you forgot to tell me. The announcement said Old Town Square. You missed it. I couldn't hear it. You should have told me personally. I'm driving the tram. He gets off, frustrated. Has to walk back 3 blocks. Probably tells everyone Prague has confusing public transit. The hospital story is my favorite. I'm a nurse at a clinic in Reykjavik. We mostly handle non-emergency cases. Tourists come in all the time. This American woman arrives, maybe 55, says she hurt her ankle hiking. Might be sprained. We take her back. Doctor examines her. Yep, it's sprained, not broken. He wraps it, gives her care instructions, tells her to rest for a few days. Do you take insurance? She asks. You'll need to pay today and file a claim with your travel insurance later. How much? The visit and treatment is about 35,000 krona. She pulls out her phone. Does the conversion. That's like $250? About that, yes. For a sprained ankle? For an examination, x-ray, and treatment, yes. She looks genuinely shocked. In the US, with insurance, this would be like a $30 copay. The doctor, who speaks perfect English, says, in the US, without insurance, this would be $3,000. Well, I have insurance. You have US insurance. You're in Iceland. She pays. But she's upset about it. Tells the front desk staff that Iceland's healthcare system is broken because she had to pay up front. We try explaining that Iceland's healthcare is actually very affordable. That tourists pay out of pocket and file claims later. That $250 for emergency treatment is reasonable. She's not hearing it. Leaves saying she's going to report this to someone. We never find out who. The border crossing situation was tense. I'm a customs officer at the Morocco-Spain ferry terminal in Tangier. American guy comes through with his passport. Young, maybe 25, student backpacker type. Purpose of your visit to Morocco? I ask. Just traveling around. Seeing the sights. How long are you staying? Maybe 2 weeks. Maybe longer, I stamp his passport. Enjoy Morocco. Wait, he says. Don't you need to ask me more questions? Like what? I don't know. Where I'm staying? How much money I have? What I'm planning to do? If I needed to know, I would ask. He looks almost disappointed. In the US, border security asks tons of questions. They check everything. This is Morocco. Yeah, but isn't security important here too? I've been doing this job for 15 years. I know who to question. This kid with his hostel booking and student budget isn't a security risk. Security is important, I say. I've assessed you. You can go. He stands there a moment longer. That's it? That's it. He walks away looking confused, like he expected more drama. Later, I see him at baggage claim, telling another traveler that Moroccan border security barely checked anything. Like being efficient is a problem. The best story is from last month. I work at a car rental place in Queenstown, New Zealand. This American couple rents an SUV. They're in their 30s, planning to drive around the South Island for a week. I go through all the paperwork, explain everything. Driving on the left, road rules, what to do if something goes wrong. Any questions? I ask. Just one, the husband says. Why do you guys drive on the wrong side of the road? I smile. We drive on the left. Same as the UK, Australia, Japan, lots of countries. Right, but why? Like, why not switch to the correct side? The right side isn't more correct. It's just different. His wife jumps in. But most countries drive on the right. Wouldn't it be easier if everyone did? Maybe. But we're not going to change our entire road system because it's confusing for tourists. They look at each other. The husband laughs. I'm just saying, you'd probably get more visitors if you drove normally. We get plenty of visitors, I say. They take the keys, drive off. About 3 hours later, my phone rings. It's them. They're at a gas station in Wanaka. We need help, the wife says. She sounds stressed. What happened? The car is broken. The gas tank is on the wrong side. I pause. What do you mean? The gas tank. It's on the passenger side. That's where people sit. How are we supposed to fill it? I explained that gas tanks can be on either side of the car. It has nothing to do with which side you drive on. You just pull up to the pump accordingly. Long silence. So it's not broken? She asks. It's not broken, but it's really inconvenient. It's a gas tank. You'll manage. They hang up. I sit there, wondering if they're going to call back about something else. Maybe complain that the steering wheel is on the right, or that roads have turns in them, or that gravity works the same in the southern hemisphere. But you know what? They probably will. Because these stories, they never stop coming. Every day, someone new discovers that the world doesn't run on American settings. And every day, I'm here to watch it happen. From behind a desk, or a wheel, or a counter, or a phone line. Watching the exact moment when confidence meets confusion. And honestly, I wouldn't trade this job for anything.